cheese.
So scalloped potatoes we're making tonight. We'll post this recipe, okay? And you want to introduce yourself to
Hi, everybody. My name is Pasqualina DeVito.
That's so great. Hi, Pasalina. All right. And so what do we call you for short, or we say the whole thing?
No, everybody can call me Lena.
Lena?
Lena?
Lena. I love Lena. Yeah, my daughter's middle name is Eileen, actually. That's how much I love it. So
that works.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So we have our milk here, and we're going to grate some cheese. Have you ever used this before?
I have not.
Okay, you're going to love this. All right. And I will tell you that the reason I love it so much is because if you buy store-bought grated cheese, it's got literally, believe it or not, sawdust on it. I know that sounds disgusting, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's the chemicals on it that actually comes from wood pulp. And so I always call it sawdust, all right? And, you know, I have to share with you, I just have, once I started grating my own cheese, I saw a really big difference in the taste of my sauces and all my recipes that I use grated cheese in. And when you make your sauces, you'll really see a difference in the consistency. And so it makes a huge difference, and it makes such a big difference. I refuse to buy grated cheese. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get this. And when I come in, I will come in from the grocery store. Usually I put my cheese away in the refrigerator because I like it really, really cold to grate it.
Right.
But when I put it in the refrigerator, all right. So what I like to do though is really have it very cold. And grate it here. And then also, I'll be honest with you, if I'm going to grate a little bit of cheese, I grate all of it. And then I store it in the refrigerator, grated for the next recipe. So if I only need a cup, I just grate it all. Okay. And then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator in one of our beautiful Tupperware bowls and just store it that way. And also, you know what, you could use the fridge smarts as well. Fridge smarts will keep cheese for you really nicely. And the little venting, it doesn't hurt at all. In fact, it helps it. It helps it stay, keeps it from sticking together, because when you have a completely airtight seal, it can get moisture in there just because it's condensation. But if you just have that vent open all the way, that's such a tiny hole, it keeps from the moisture from condensating inside of the grated cheese, and it keeps it separated. Good to know?
Thank you.
Now, if you want to, you can sprinkle cornstarch on it. That won't hurt anything. But if you're going to use it for a sauce, it does make a difference. And so I don't use cornstarch on it if I don't have to. Okay. And so we have this locked into place, and I want to show you how we do that. You can see these, this little part right here. When you move it all the way over, it locks into place, and I think I can pick my island up with this, okay? And my island's attached, by the way. All right, I thought that, well, some islands aren't attached, but this one is, all right? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, and so I'm right-handed, so you use it different. All right, so we're gonna move that. We do want them to be able to see the grating, and so I'm going to put an angle. And so I will tell you that's what I do at my parties as well. And this is exactly how I do a Tupperware party. Get somebody to volunteer. Even 2 or 3 people can be around the island, and you're making a recipe because it makes it fun. People like to touch it. And you know what? People like to see it, and they like to touch it. They like to feel the product. And it, you know, touching our product makes you like, oh my gosh, this is so nice.
Which it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, for instance, if you've ever touched a mandolin that is not our mandolin, they are so cheesy. I feel like I'm gonna slice my fingers off, you know? Absolutely. Our mandolin is so nice and sturdy. I absolutely love it. It makes a huge difference. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute. So the cheese grater, this is part of our master system, and it's a grater. We have the one cone in right now. There's lots of different cones. There are 2 cones that come with it. Okay. There's 3 additional cones you can get separately, and they're like an ice grater, and you know, you could do coffee beans in this, you could do nuts in this, you could do your carrots in this for a carrot bread. You can do in here your zucchini for zucchini bread. So it's really, really practical. It's a whole lot more than cheese grater for me. All right.
Oh, wow.
And then I have the cheese in one of our freezer containers. I love these in my refrigerator or my freezer. And I've already cut it down the center because we're going to put it inside of there and just push this right on the top of it. This is actually called I used to think it was called the plunger. It's not.
Hopper?
Hopper.
Hopper.
It's a hopper. Yes, it's a hopper. Okay. And you know, just to make it easier, since that's too long to fit down inside of there, even though if I were doing this right now, I probably would use a phone like that and just use my hand. We don't want to use our hand. We want to use the hopper, right? Hopper. All right. So you push on that and turn on that, and it just will come right out there. There goes nothing.
Oh, and it's easy.
It is easy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and it's so, and that's why it's easier to do it all. In fact, my grandsons love to do this. If I pull this out and get ready to do it, they're like, I want to do it, Anna, I want to do it. They call me Anna. That was the first grandchild's name that she gave me. All right, see how simple that is? And so we're gonna have all of this graded in no time at all. And you think, I don't want to take the time to do that, really? You don't have it doesn't even take 5 minutes.
No, not at all.
3 minutes, and it can be all done.
And it's my favorite color. I love red.
Do you?
Can't you help?
Yeah, I do love your hair. It's very cute. I already told you that though. All right. Here, let's try to move the ball with. Yeah. Are you guys impressed? Isn't this easy? All right. And so what a great addition to your kitchen, because once you buy it, you only have to buy the base one time. You know, it's all about that base, about that base.
Oh, absolutely.
And you only buy the base one time, and then you buy other toppers. You can have the sorbet maker, you can have the meat grinder. And so there's lots of great products in our Tupperware line. But this absolutely has the right name, Master, because it is one of my favorite products in the line. And for good reasons. Okay. This is the fancy cheese. So if you ever bought cheese before and you like the fancy grade, you'll use this cone for that. And the cone we use is just the regular basic cheese cone. Okay. Oh my goodness. Don't you just love cheese? I think cheese tastes better when it's tiny. So
Absolutely.
Okay. And so we're going to take that off the island now. And you can see, in order to get it off, you unlock it. And then you have this little tiny tab right here. Sometimes you have to pull on that because it still wants to hug the counter. All right. So we're going to put that behind us and take this over there too. All right. Thank you. All right. And so next we've got our potatoes, and that is our mandolin. All right. And our mandolin is amazing. All right. First of all, you will see such a huge difference in our mandolin compared to other mandolins on the market. And I will tell you that I love it because a couple of reasons. One of them, it is very safe because I can put it, so all the blades are tucked away. This is the extra blades that store on the bottom. So you can spiralize noodles on this if you have the right blade. So there's, comes with one additional blade, but I actually have another blade that was a gift. And that is the little spiralizer. But the blade that it comes with is a ruffle blade. All right. So if you're making potatoes or something like that, and you want to have it rick-racky, you can use that. And then I actually have another blade that I was able to get as a gift, and that's a really tiny, thin. What's that called? Julienne for carrots and stuff like that. And so you can have those little tiny things. Now we have the lid, the legs that come up. And the legs can tuck back in, but they go up for this purpose. And then you have the blade itself. So we're going to move it down. And when we move it down, we can take how thick we want it. So we can do a 1, a 2, a 6, a 7, an 8. An 8 would be very fat. All right. So we want to come up to probably, I think that we probably need a 2. A 2 will be good for this. Then you also have on this part, we have the blade where you put up the little teeth, and you can make French fries or dice or cubes, or there's all kinds of ways. And it just has to do with how you run it down and come up and run it back down. But we're not going to use any of those. And if you want really thin French fries, we have a thin one as well. But we're going to put it in a lock position. So we just want the wedges. All right. All right. So what you're going to do is you have your guard. You have to use the guard. All right. Very important. And we have our potatoes over here. And so your potatoes are going to go right inside of here. And you can see those little needles that come out of there, the little prongs. And so you're going to put it right down on that. And then you just simply go up and down. Super easy. All right. Put it back in prongs. I'm going to put it like this so they can see it come out. Okay. Here. Okay. There you go. Okay, perfect. See how quick? Get that potato in there right, and it's going. It takes a few seconds to do a whole potato. And you're going to have these nice thin slices, perfect for your scalloped potatoes. All right, and then you have your last little edge, and it's really not that's long. You get to the last piece. You can use it or discard it when you get to that last piece. Whatever you decide to do. Just promise me you're not gonna try to push it through your finger.
No, because you definitely don't want to hurt
No,
yourself.
I have to tell you, I know that from experience. All right, I hurt my finger. And of course, I was in front of friends. So it was embarrassing. All right. We're just putting that right on the counter. I could have used this. I just cleaned the counter really good before we started here, just to, because when you have a marble island, you can use it as part of your kitchen cooking. You can't put those, we're gonna put in the pressure cooker. Look at those beautiful potato wedges.
It's really simple.
It's simple, isn't it? It
Absolutely.
saves so much time just flipping through there and doing all these potatoes. They were in the refrigerator. I had already peeled them and had them ready to go to make our demo a little simpler, but I will tell you, I use our Tupperware potato cutter, peeler, our Tupperware peeler. Love it. It's absolutely my favorite. That she didn't need to look. She just turned her head completely away. As long as you have that guard, you're safe. Hi. There you go. Okay. Awesome job. All right. And that piece, I kind of got that, but we're going to throw it in anyways. All right. So we've got our potatoes in there. We need 5 to 6 potatoes, 1 large onion, sliced on the mandolin. All right, well, we're gonna do that on the mandolin too. Let's do it. Put that underneath there and we'll just pick it up that way. You don't want to cry when you make dinner, so the mandolin is going to be partially a guard for you. Just do it just like that. You know what? With this, I actually take it
sideways.
Okay, like that. And it just makes it easier. And if you wanted to, you could put the teeth up and make thinner slices. Okay, there we go. And we have the thin, oh, nice and thin. Slices of the onion, put that all over that. Woo! People, look at that. It's gonna be perfect. You guys all like onion?
Well, in case you don't.
You don't have to put onion in if you don't like onion, but if you don't like onion, you know what? They're very healthy. All right. Now we have to have a can of, what do we have? A can of cream of chicken or cream of mushroom soup. We've got cream of mushroom, which makes me very happy. All right. Now we do have a can opener here. So would I use my can opener or use this? Why? I would use this because if I use this has been in the warehousing and it's been in grocery stores and I wasn't with it. So I don't know what crawled across it. I don't know what they sprayed in that warehouse. I don't care. I don't want to know. But I do know that if I use my can opener, I'm not putting the top of that can down inside of my soup. All right. Because how many times you go to open something and the lid goes down inside of there or it just gets a little bit and you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. You pull it out. Yeah, it does. That's yuck. All right. I don't know about you, but I don't want no fly butt in my potatoes. All right. So you can put this right on there and you could actually go right around it just as if that's not even there. And oh, by the way, to use this, you open the legs. All right. Open the legs and you put it down and you close the legs. Okay. If you do not spread your legs, it will not work. Food for thought.
Food for thought. And this is the first time I'm using it, so.
Okay.
And it's very simple.
Yeah. You can feel it, the pressure get lighter once you get all the way around. You feel it come loose, okay?
Yep.
And you can stop now. So you're still going thinking it's not open. It's open. All right. Now you're gonna spread the legs again and you're gonna put this on the edge of the can and you can see those little teeth, little bird teeth, and you close it up like that and you can pick it up like that because it worked and you pull it right off. Ta-da. Now I will tell you, This is the can opener. I've had people buy it and say, I used it, it does not open my cans. I go, oh no, where are those cans you tried? Because it does open those cans, and you can put this, I will also share with you, one time we only needed a half a can of beans and somebody put that back on top of there and somebody else picked it up and put it back away. All of a sudden something was stinky. It was bad, right? So it does look like it's not even open, but it is open. And I have to be honest with you, the ones that have this tab on it, they're almost easier to open with our Tupperware can opener than a regular can. So interesting, right? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put that down inside of there. All right, and then we also have salt and pepper and butter. And 1 cup of milk. And 1 cup of grated cheese. What's that for?
I don't know.
Okay. This was gonna be Loretta doing this fun demo, and that's why I decided we're gonna do it together. And she had a massive headache and could not be here. All right, the butter just says butter. So the pepper, it says salt and pepper. So I guess it depends on you. So we're gonna put a half a teaspoon of pepper because that makes sense. It's gonna be pretty peppery actually. Ooh, yummy, yummy. All right. And the salt, and here we come with the salt. And the salt, by the way, I only buy sea salt. You know, your iodized salt, you actually do need a little bit, but I get enough of that every place else. All right. But in my home, I'm going to use healthy salt because all that iodized salt I'm going to get in the food when I eat out, just everything, every canned food or anything like that, it's already pre-made. And so that's how I decided that it would be best for me because you do need a little iodine. So, all right, there you go. And that again is a half teaspoon. And when it comes out, if you want to salt your own, you can. So this is beautiful sea salt. All right. And if you haven't noticed, our potato keeper and our onion keeper over here, I keep them in my pantry. You know, I just hate that bag of potatoes and getting all that dirt all over my floor all the time in my pantry. This is so clean and so easy. So when my potatoes come to the house, the bag that they came in gets destroyed, and I put them down inside of here, and they keep so nicely. And I will share with you, when you want to close your potato bin, you use this to open it, but to close, you push on both sides where those little, the little indents are, and it closes perfectly. If you're going to open it here and you try to close it here, you're not always going to like the seal. It needs to be popped both places, all right? And of course, the onions, it has the grit on it so that there's going to stay the freshest you can possibly have them stay in your pantry. It needs to be in your pantry, in a dark room, in a dark place, okay? Always, because the potatoes and the onions, if with the light, they would mold and grow, all right? The nice other thing, cool dark, and that would be perfect for it. And that's why this is black and not clear. I will also share with you that a lot of people use this and they put their yarn in there and they put the yarn string through there and they can have their yarn inside of there and use this as their yarn dispenser, especially if you're doing multiple colors and you have to go from color to color when you're doing that. So if you're a crafter and you want to do that, that's also good. I have used it before with my different ribbons and my curly ribbons when I want to make different color curly ribbon bows and stuff like that. You just stack them down inside of there and then have the colors come through and you can pull what you need. So that's fun too. But they're also really good just for snacks, all right? And for kids to have all their snacks down inside of there and to be able to pull out 1 or 2, whether they use the onion or the potato bit. We do sell these from time to time in clear, if you ever see them come out, and they're really designed for that. So that's why they're clear and not the black, all right? I will also tell you what I really like about these. Not only do they keep my pantry cleaner, but onions should never touch your potatoes, ever, all right? Until you're cooking with them, because the root of this onion will rot this potato. So you never want your onions to touch your potatoes.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right, and so we need 1 cup of milk, and that's already measured, right? All right, and then our butter. Who buys Kerrygold butter? I do. I love good butter, and so we're just going to put a couple patties of butter on top of it. Now the pressure cooker is what we're using tonight, and if you haven't had a pressure cooker in your home, you need to treat yourself and get yourself a pressure cooker from Tupperware because they are magic. They're so good. You set it and forget it. And that's what I love so much about our pressure cooker. And so we're going to show you the venting. This is actually a safety feature. And so you have that safety valve. You also have a safety valve right here, a safety valve right here. And when I put this little guy on top of here, he snaps in. And once I snap him in place, here it goes. I'm gonna snap him right in place, and it just goes like that. And then this little rubber piece right there, that is another safety pin feature. So there's no way this is going to ever do anything but work for you, as long as you've got all your safety pins. You're gonna put the arrow with the arrow. Okay. And once you put the arrows together, then you twist it locked and twist it down, and you're locked and ready to go. Oh, perfect. Locked and loaded, all right? And so we're gonna cook this in the microwave for 20 minutes. Literally, set it and forget it. So 20 minutes and done. All right. And we want to show off our potatoes. And let me pull that out. And it is ready to open. So when you pull this out of the microwave, you do not open this until your spout is down. And so it is down already. You come over. Our assistant, Nina. All right. And so it is completely down. And so that has to be completely down for you to open it. If you open it before that, that's dangerous. Don't ever do that. You have to let that valve go completely down. And when you pull it out of the microwave at first, if you pull it out right away, I just let mine sit in the microwave. It is up in the air and it's wiggling a little bit. All right. When it's in the microwave, it goes up in the air and dances. All right. But now we are going to raise the valve. All right. And then we're going to twist it open. So we're going to put our arrows back together. So twist it open and they're ready to open it. Now, if you want a facial, go ahead and open it right in your face. But you might want to do it away from your face like this. And so you don't get a facial. All right. And you can look at that. Oh my goodness. Does that look delicious? Does that smell good? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that
smells amazing. We're going to test it out for you and let you know. All right. Great addition to any supper. You know, you can have some turkey left over and you think, I don't want turkey without something yummy with it. So you can get this. You can have hamburgers and have some scalloped potatoes. You can have ham. Ham is so quick and easy to make, and you can have some scalloped potatoes on the side. Isn't that easy?
Absolutely.
Easy and delicious. And it's set it and forget it. That's what's so great about our pressure cooker.
Yes,
Love
awesome.
it. Yes.
Definitely.
And if you've never done the one pot pasta, so simple. You throw your raw herring in there, your sauce in there, your cheese in there, your pasta in there. You stir it all up, seal it up, put it in the microwave. And when you do your raw meat, you want to buy low fat, as slow as you can go. In fact, if you do ground turkey or ground chicken, it's even better. And you have a phenomenal pasta that quick. And you don't even have to boil it up the stove or waste time. It's just boom, boom. All right, 20 minutes done. You're going to love this product. And everybody needs this product. If you don't have one yet, treat yourself, because this is an amazing product. You could have a party right now with a party of $1,000 in sales. You are going to get $400 for, what is it, 15 or 25? 20. It's 20. Okay, $400 for 20. $200 for free, and another $200 for 20. How fun. All right. And this smells great, doesn't it, guys? We're going to test it out. I'm going to leave the lid off so it cools off a little bit for us.